Okay, so this is an unboxing of a James Bond 60th Anniversary Edition by designer Keith Elwin from Stern Pinball. I don't know why people like unboxing videos. I don't like them, but I figured, well, people like them, and there's probably not a ton of these unboxing videos. I don't know if there's any, because there was only 500 of these made. So let's do it. Okay, Pinbawlers World Headquarters, where I'm already working on or thinking about this, what I'm going to make with this. This thing is already pretty feature filled. It's got a topper, it's got armor, so I don't think there's going to be a need to make any of that. Well, I know there's not going to be a need to make any of that. But it looks like there's some exposed wood in the by the drop targets and some other places, so I'm going to try to make some die cut mylar for it. Luckily this should be pretty easy because it's only a single level game, so it shouldn't be too hard to take apart to get measurements. Okay, so let's do it. I have fallen in love with old games. I used to hate old games, now I love them. Or old style games. Like I did not like the old games like, Kiss and 8-Ball Deluxe and all that. Until I started playing weekly tournaments. And now I love them. Because I never really knew old games before. And I did like Beatles until I started playing it. And I wasn't even a huge Beatles fan. Now I love Beatles, it's one of my favorite games. Played Pulp Fiction and I love that game. I've never played this game yet. I just heard that it's from Keith Elwin, who makes the greatest games, let's be honest. He's got amazing games. And so I'm a big fan of his. And I heard it's hard and brutal, and I like hard, brutal games. Like, I love Turtles. Another great designer, John Borg. Turtles gets a lot of hate. I think it's great. It's brutal, but it's amazing. Oh. This is something I always told. I don't recommend people do. Cutting it. I'm actually going to take it down the one side and rip it down the one side. What I want to do is just get this front piece out, so now I can reach in there and cut it without cutting the box, or without potentially damaging the artwork. Let's see where I'm going now. Put my hand in there, cut it towards the outside, so I don't have to. There we go. Put on the legs, tip it over, put on the rest. Ooh, these legs are different. These legs are smooth. Interesting. Not a good sign. Already we got a screw falling out, or a washer. Yes, I'm wearing a Spy Hunter shirt. I like to restore, pinballs, before I got into pinball video games, because I was brought up in the arcades, and I always knew about pinball, but I didn't realize that there was a point to pinball, besides keeping the ball on. And once I did, which was not until like after the 2000s, like mid-2000s, once I realized that, I'm like, oh my god, this game is so much better than video games. But I used to collect and restore games and repair them. Sold most of my collection, I only have a few games left, to someone in LA, and sold a couple games to other random people. But, so I don't do much arcade stuff anymore, but I still enjoy the 80s nostalgia, the games, the memories, and Spy Hunter was a great game. I'm gonna get a Spy Hunter pinball someday, that'd be fun. I had one. Someone actually gave me one that was trashed, but I gave it back because they they wanted to work on it. Never got to work on it. It wasn't trash, actually, it was in pretty good shape. Never got to work on it because my wife was super busy, and then their son had an interest, so they wanted to do a father-son thing. And because they both like pinball, so I gave it back to them because that's what you do. So I'm gonna just put it on here. I'm gonna put this thing up top to give it a little more height. Just gotta lift it and slide this thing under. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up this. Oh, scissors. I should just use scissors. Oops. I always save all the stuff, even just the silly warning stuff when I get a pinball. I always save all that stuff. I don't know why. So, the back backs out, or not the back out. I'm sorry, get the head bolts. Got the balls in there. If you don't know, when you get pinballs, you should always set the balls in alcohol and clean them off because they're greasy. They put grease on them so they don't rust. I imagine that's why they put the grease on them. It makes sense. But you don't want that on your game. You want to clean them off with alcohol. Ooh, that's not good. Didn't show the topper reveal, sorry about that. It's got topper on it. Got that certificate of authenticity. I don't know why you need that. I mean, there's not exactly a lot of knockoff pinballs. I shouldn't say that because they'll probably be going around. Pretty Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the playfield. The playfield. Don't want to bend it or anything, okay? Remove film before operating the game. Alright, we'll do. Alright, so let's take a look at that. We got the in lanes. The out lanes. We got a shot over here to a dead end. Got a shot up here, which this is interesting. It loops around, comes back. So it looks like it's two shots in one. And we have a shot here, which seems to be an eject. Definitely gonna have to make some mylar for that. This shot over here. I love these things. Inline drop targets with an eject. And your pop bumpers. Drop targets there, drop targets there. Odd job hat. Looks good. There you go. So this is interesting. It's not your LCD screen. It's just a old-timey scoring reel. Apparently, you can only get 10,000 points. That doesn't sound right. All right, let's go and start this thing up. Terrifying when you start up a pinball. Okay, it's got a LCD screen in the middle, which looks like it has the normal back box display. That's cool. All right. So that's cool. It's a lighted thingy, and then we have your normal LCD basically stuff back here. All right. Well, I'm gonna get this thing up and running on the network, and I guess that's the unboxing video. I guess I'll walk around first, show you. So it's got this flat texture, or this flat semi-gloss, which is nice. It's got the very nice side armor built in. I could use some art blades for that. I'm gonna have to figure, or not art blades, magnets, something for that. I have to figure something out. I will probably switch that button out to be like my light lit one in my Pro that lights up. I can actually make those buttons light up. So it's silver now, and when it lights up, I can make it light up a different color, which is cool. Those are laser cut. I laser cut those things. I will probably add my own speaker lights that I have, just like I do on my Dr. No, and I'll probably put the Spectre symbol on like that. I really like those speaker lights. I also will have some mods for this. I'm going to create a
Player one.
Protector for that Mylar, protector for that Mylar. I already have some inline drop target die-cut Mylars, and playfield plastic protectors for this guy, for these lanes, the slingshots, the returns, and then this random piece of plastic that is pretty cool. I had the feeling that it's going to get one air ball, and it's going to snap in half, so I made a plastic protector for that. As well as my die-cut, can't really see them here, my die-cut rollovers and applicator Mylar protectors. You really can't see them very well, but they're die-cut to the right shape, and I have an applicator that puts them in perfectly. Work is the artwork. It's something that got a lot of people who bought this got a lot of flack, or gave it a lot of flack. I'm not a big fan, although, you know what, I don't care, it's thrown at me. I thought this thing had side art. Side blades, maybe not. Yeah. And very nice artwork on the back there. I like how it's not Photoshop, it's, what do you call that, when it's drawn, but drawn to look like a photo. And here's the back glass lit up. And of course the topper, which is not currently doing anything. The topper definitely does do stuff. It's actually very cool. And I like that topper. I'm not a big topper fan, but this is well done topper. Very pretty LED lights.
Amazing.
Is with this game you can choose the sound package. You have the modern 1964 chimes, 1973 chimes, 1975 chimes.
Player one, you're up.
80s electronics, they're modern. I played this game a few times now, and it is amazing. I will have a gameplay video at some point in the future.